then okay, question number 26, as we were discussing the MCQ, so only 5 were left. Let's discuss this. This diagram shows two plant cells. The water is moving from cell X to cell Y. What causes this water to move from X to Y? G. Active transport, really? um okay, now tell me one thing. Does active transport takes place in case of water? In case of water? G. Okay, for water, which movement do we use normally, or like for casually? What movement do we use for water? Okay, let's see. So for gases, we use the term diffusion because gases diffuse. For liquids, we also use the word diffusion, but when we talk specifically in water, we use the term osmosis. Okay, and for basically the mineral ions, the term that we, or the movement that is that is normally used is active transport, right? Okay, you there, everyone? Okay. The next, okay, so water potential is lower in Y. That's why the water is moving from X to Y. Or we can say the water potential is higher in X. So what would be our answer? B. That water potential is higher in X, so osmosis occurs. Clear? Number 27, what is the correct statement about the biological molecules? Yesterday we have also discussed their test and everything. Let's talk about their general, the basic molecules. The biuret reagent is used for proteins, right? So this option is incorrect. Clear? Glycogen is made up of glycerol. No, glycogen is a type of carbohydrate. So it is made up of who okay, there is some like voice behind you. Okay, oil contain the chemical elements carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. Sorry, we know this, that nitrogen is present in proteins. So protein is made up of smaller amino acid molecules. Yes, the basic unit of protein is amino acid. What is the basic unit of oils? What is the basic unit of oil or lipid? Glycerol and fatty acids. Okay, the basic unit of carbohydrate is glucose, the basic unit of protein is amino acid, the basic unit of oil or lipid is glycerol and fatty acids. Okay, let's move to the next question. 28th one. Just wait a minute, let me just check. Teachers are texting me. Is there an issue in the class? Okay, wait. Just wait, class, I have to share link for accounting in the group. Okay, just wait. New announcement, paste. Dear students, kindly join this link for accounting lesson. Okay, done for them. Okay, let's back to our class. Sorry guys, I need to look for this as well, that their lessons are also started on time. Okay, now question number 28, sorry. Which word completes the definition of diffusion? What is diffusion? So diffusion is the movement of particles from a region of their higher concentration to the region of lower concentration down the concentration gradient. So our answer would be B. Yes, correct, good. Let's move to question number 29 and 30. Um, okay. These are the questions 29 and 30. Which row identify the chemical elements found in carbohydrates? So carbohydrates and oils have the same elements, right? Only protein is the one which has additional nitrogen. Otherwise, carbohydrates and proteins have carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen only. So our answer would be B. Okay, the next question is bit technical. It is related to the diffusion. So diffusion takes place, but in what direction? So we have two layers. Below we have brown gas and on the upper layer we have air. After some time they got mixed up. Okay, so in which direction is the movement taking place for both air and brown gas? Good, in both directions. Good. Now let's move to section B, which are the questions. Though these are the simple one, I don't know why you have made mistakes, or you weren't expecting me to give the questions from chapter 4. I've given you a complete worksheet on that as well. That one is very important, but in the last few days many students were taking off. I don't know why. So we did that in during like our class. I've discussed this worksheet already. Okay, let's discuss question number 1. Proteins and DNA are important nitrogen containing compounds. Okay, describe the role of protein and DNA. Now many of you, what you have done in the answer, that you have written their structure. Okay, but what is required? The function. So what is the function of protein in your body? It plays the structural role, it plays the functional role. When we talk about the functional role, it means it actually provides us energy, it makes the muscles in our body. Okay, and when we talk about the structural role, it makes our hair, it makes our muscles, it makes our enzymes. Okay, the nails, the skin. Okay, this is all made up of protein. Clear? Better, they are asking about both roles. What is the like what what it actually does in your body, what role it plays in your body. It gives you energy, yes, it gives you energy, but along with energy it does a lot of things. Your hemoglobin, the main component of blood, is also a protein, right? Let me write. Hemoglobin, it's a red pigment, it's a protein that carries blood, right? Then enzymes. Enzymes are a very important part of our metabolic reaction. They carry out the reactions, otherwise we won't be able to process. Number 3, it gives us energy. Number 4, it makes our hair, skin, muscle. Okay, moreover it repair our cells. Repair our cells. Growth and development is one of its main role. We know that we take protein so that we can grow well, we can develop well. Okay, are you getting me? Okay. Then there are certain hormones which are also made of protein. For example, insulin. Insulin regulates the sugar level in our body and it is made up of protein. So it plays so many roles. You have to choose any four and write. Okay? Okay, what is the role of DNA? It contains the genetic material that is passed on to the genetic information, right? Without this genetic information, the organism wouldn't be able to work. Clear? Okay, which organelle made proteins in the cell? This is the one that you must know. All of you know the answer. The ribosomes, right? The next question is give two similarities between a molecule of starch and a molecule. Is my screen visible? Right, it's visible. Give two similarities between a molecule of starch and a cellulose. Now, the very first similarity is they both are basically carbohydrates. It means they are made up of glucose molecules. Made up of glucose molecule. Okay. Then they are linked together to form a long chain, right? Both are present in plant cells or plant. Clear? So I've given you the similarities, you can write any two. Okay, so the next part of this question, glucose, starch, and glycogen, they all are carbohydrates. Half of the answer is given above, which are present only in animals. Just now I have discussed the cellulose and starch. These are present in plants, not in animals. Glycogen is the one which is present in animals. The other two are present in plants. Then the next question is the starch and the reducing sugar. You have to give the test and their result. Okay. Now, I guess both of you got it right. There are many who haven't learned the test at all, which is really sad because these tests are very important. These tests are important for all papers, paper 2, 4, and 6. The MCQs part, the structured question part, and the ATP part. This question is really, really important. You should know the test like your name. As you know your name, you should know the test as well. Okay? These are very important. So first one is a starch test. For starch test, we use the iodine solution. So what is the end result when we put the iodine solution in starch? It will turn. What will be the color? Blue black. Yeah, blue black. Okay. Then for reducing sugar, we use the reagent called as the Benedict's reagent, right? And then when we put the Benedict's reagent in the glucose or the reducing sugar, we have to heat it up. Okay? Only then it changes its color and convert into brick red precipitates. Done? Yes. Okay, precipitate means the very small solids that are present at the bottom. Okay, have you ever seen certain type of syrups in which there are like suspensions, you have to shake it so that it is evenly distributed? Or let me give you another example. Okay, there are some juices which have a certain type of pulp. We have to shake it really well. So those the little solid particles, those are called as precipitates. Okay.